Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Chelmsford Tonight. This is the show where we highlight the people and places that make Chelmsford and the surrounding areas such a great place to live and work. I'm Karen Woodrow, owner of Visiting Angels Senior Home Care right here in Chelmsford, and I'll be your host. Our first guests tonight are from the Chelmsford Department of Health, and they're here to tell us what the department has been up to these days to keep everybody in Chelmsford healthy and safe. I'd like to welcome Sue Rosa, Public Health Director of the Department of Health, and Amy McInerney, the Public Health Inspector for the department. Welcome to the show, Sue and Amy.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Great to have you. So I'm going to ask you that question that you have probably asked a million Chelmsford residents, and you probably get asked all the time. How are you?
We're great. We're doing good. We really are.
Good.
We're on the other side of COVID, hopefully, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys must be just exhausted from what's been going on in terms of public health. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, and let's just get it out of the way. Let's give us a quick update on what's going on with COVID.
So basically, we are not doing any more contact tracing, have not been doing that since the spring. Lately, the big question for us and the phone calls are centered around whether or not we will be giving the new bivalent booster, which has just been authorized. So this is a nice opportunity to let people know that the health department will not be administering those boosters. When we first did COVID clinics, it was because there were no other available clinics around, and we wanted to really try to help our community in doing as many clinics as we can.
Right, and now it's pretty easy for someone to call their local pharmacy and make an appointment and get in
So
there.
between Tufts, Lowell General, and all the local pharmacies, people can get it anywhere they want. And at this point, we actually got a notice the other day that public health departments can't even, we were giving Moderna. We can't even order it at this point because they're distributing it out to the local pharmacy. So that's where people want to go, is either through Lowell General, if they're through Lowell General or Emerson, or their local pharmacy.
Okay, great. But you do have some clinics that are coming up.
We do.
Want to talk a little bit about those?
So we have our annual influenza clinics, both coming up. Our first one is going to be Thursday, October 13th. It's at the Chelmsford Senior Center. And the clinic is actually going to run from 3:30 in the afternoon to 7 o'clock at night. But we cater the very first hour, 3:30 to 4:30, to people that are 65 and older.
Okay.
So we do ask that people go on our website and pre-register. It is a little bit easier for us knowing how many people plan to attend as far as bringing supplies and being prepared.
So even though it's at the senior center, anyone can attend after that first hour?
Yes,
Okay.
Anybody that's 19 and older.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
we do not immunize people under the age of 19. And for those people in the community that sit back and say, well, you always used to immunize people under 19, that is true. However, the vaccine for the people under the age of 19 always came from the State Department of Public Health. And they are no longer allocating us enough vaccine in order to do that. They're pushing it out to the pediatric offices, and they want the kids under 19 to get it at their pediatrician's office.
Okay.
So we don't have the supply to do under 19, but anybody 19 and older, we will do. We will not turn anybody away. We do ask insurance information. We do bill insurance. However, if for any reason insurance is denied, you will not receive a bill from the health department.
Okay, and then there's a second flu vaccine
The second
clinic.
one is the following Tuesday, different location. That one is 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, open to anybody 19 and older. We do still ask that you pre-register, and you can go to our health department website. So you go to townofchelmsford.us health department, and you can pre-register there. And that one is at the town hall gym, so at the rear of the town hall off the Chelmsford Street exit.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. So we've talked about sort of the physical health of the town, and we're taking care of it with the COVID booster and the flu vaccines, which is all great. But let's talk about that unseen health problem that is going around, particularly since COVID, and that is mental health. And I know that the Department of Public Health in Chelmsford is addressing that with a new program.
Yes, I'm really excited about this new program. So it's called Care Solace. And again, you can either call the health department at our main number, or you can actually go on our website and there is a link to Care Solace. And what Care Solace does is it provides 24/7 resource to all Chelmsford residents. We had a provider before, but it was only Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And
mental health happens more than that.
yes.
Outside those hours.
And when you're in the middle of a crisis, you want to be able to talk to somebody. So the fact that this is available 24/7 is fantastic. We only started with this service as of July 1st of this year. And we've had hundreds of people check out the site, but we've already had 13 people already matched and in care since July 1st. And for anybody who's ever had anything to do with mental health issues and trying to find a provider, you're lucky you get a phone call back. It takes months to find a provider. So the fact that we already have 13 people that have called and gone through our new referral system and already have been connected with providers, I'm very excited about.
And I think that the important message is on your ad for this new program is it's okay to ask for help. And I think that that is really the message that we want to get out there, that if you are having any kind of mental health issues, if you just need someone to talk to, please reach out to the Care Solace Department of Public Health, and we're here to help everybody. That's great.
And if people are, nervous about, navigating, say, the website, and they're not sure of it, all they have to do is call the health department, and we will help them, because Care Solace also has a piece of it where they call it actually a warm handoff. So we can take information, we can help the person and hand them off to Care Solace, and then connect the two of them that way through a phone call. Okay. So they don't even have to go through the website if they don't want to.
Great, thank you for that. All right, Amy, tell us what's coming up on October 1st, and go ahead, tell us what's going on.
Absolutely. So we're really excited. The health department's going to be hosting a fall festival event. It's going to be Saturday, October 1st from 12 to 4 on the Chelmsford Center Town Common. Don't want to get it confused with the North Chelmsford Town Common, which is in Vinyl Square. It's Chelmsford Center. So the goal of our event is basically to promote health and wellness while also having an emphasis on fun for the whole family. So we're going to have a few different things going on, so I'll give you the rundown. So first, we have over 25 vendors. A lot of them have to do with health promotion and health wellness, so we're really excited about that. They're from all over the community to join us. We also have some food vendors and an ice cream truck, stuff like that. And we also have a lot of kid-friendly stuff. So we have Touch-a-Truck, petting zoo. We'll have a performance and meet and greet with princesses and superheroes, pumpkin painting, face painting, you name it, we'll probably have it. We're really excited. We're also going to be taking place the same time as the Market on the Common, which is usually every Saturday anyway. Yep. They'll be with us, and then the Chelmsford Center for the Arts right across the street is going to have an open house too, so it's going to be really busy and really fun. And I also want to note that if it does rain, we're going to have the event inside the CCA as well. So just right across the street, rain or shine, we're going to have the event. One really exciting thing that we also want to mention, which I know you brought something as well.
So I've been teasing Amy for the past couple of days because unfortunately the Department of Health cannot cure my terrible case of procrastination. And I went to sign up to be to have visiting angels, be at this health fair and show what we can do for the seniors in Chelmsford. And you guys are at capacity. So visiting angels could not get a table. Unfortunately, I'm quite sad about that, but it is my own fault. However, I do want to participate in the raffle. Yes. So you're going to be having a raffle, and all you have to do is bring in a donation for the Chelmsford Food Pantry. And I have a donation for you guys on behalf of Visiting Angels, and I just want to show part of it so that our viewers can see the kinds of things that the Chelmsford Food Pantry is looking for.
Exactly.
So we've got some shelf-stable milk, we have juice boxes, mac and cheese, cereal.
Perfect.
And kids snacks. So these are the kinds of things that the Chelmsford Food Pantry needs, and you can bring it to the health fair on October 1st and make your donation and enter in the raffle. So on behalf of Visiting Angels, thank you for doing that.
And thank you so much. And for anyone who who wants to enter the raffle, on our website, we're going to have a list of everything that the food pantry is looking for too, and everything that they're not looking for, because there are a couple things like canned items that they don't need. So stuff like that is perfect, and we're so grateful that Visiting Angels donated to the raffle. We're so excited.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much, Sue. Thank you, Amy, for being with us. It's been great talking to you, and I'm sure we'll have you back soon.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this break. Our next guest is a competitive diver who recently placed 8th in the country at the national competition held in San Antonio, Texas this summer. He also holds the honor of being the youngest guest we've ever had on our show. Please join me in welcoming Jack Dunlea to our show to talk about his diving competitions. Welcome to the show, Jack.
Hi.
So it's nice to have you here. I'm glad you could fit us in between all of your school and all of your practicing and everything. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How old are you and what grade are you in?
I'm 11 years old and I go to McCarthy for 6th grade.
So you just started 6th grade, but you've been really doing much bigger things outside the town of Chelmsford. Tell us about your summer.
It was good. So I do this other team too. It's called CS&T, and I do dive there, but it's not as serious as my other dive team. And so for my other dive team, like I think in like maybe the middle of July, June or whatever, I don't know, I went to Texas, and that's where I dived in San Antonio, Texas.
Wow, is 11 the youngest age group to compete, or are there kids younger than you doing it?
Kids younger than me doing it.
Wow. Well, how did you first get into diving?
Well, my sister, in 2018, my sister started diving, and I was like, that sounds really fun, I should try it. And so I asked my mom to sign me up for it, and she did, and I had really fun doing it, and I kept on getting better and better by each day. And I realized that I was actually doing good on this, so I joined a different dive team, and I think 2021, and that's where I met my other coach, Becky, and she was probably a lot more serious than my other coaches.
Do you like the seriousness of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So you kind of feel like you have this competitive spirit in you?
Yeah.
So you competed in nationals and you came in 8th in the country. And is that, you brought your award to show us?
Here.
That
it has
is good looking.
AAU, and I don't know what this symbol is. But
Wow. So
pretty
do you
cool.
hope to hold the Olympic gold in your hand one day for diving, or are you taking it one step at a time?
probably one step at a time.
Okay. So tell me about your favorite dive.
It's probably the inward flip, because that one's really cool and fun.
So we have a clip of you doing that inward dive. So when we show the clip, can you talk me through what you're thinking about? I noticed before you dive, you take a big deep breath and you really focus on what you're about to do. So why don't you talk us through the dive? You can see it right there on the screen. We'll show the dive, and you can tell us what you're thinking about as you're going into the dive.
So there I kind of just like put my arms up, and then I put them on my side, then I put them up, and then like I've like swing them as fast as I can. Not really as fast as I can, but as straight as I can. And then I have to like make sure I'm jumping far enough out. Once I make sure I'm doing that, then I start to do the flip.
And what do you think about, you're balancing on your toes at the edge of the board, and what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about what you're about to do? Are you nervous? What's going on?
I'm nervous because, well, I'm in like a championship diving thing, and so that's a little bit scary. And I'm also...
So it's the competition that makes you nervous. It's not the actual dive that's
Yeah.
making you nervous. Oh, interesting.
And I'm also trying not to fall off the board.
I bet. Do you have any advice for kids that might want to go into diving?
I'd probably say never give up, and make sure your mom doesn't yell at your dad for not wearing a mask on the plane. But that's a whole different story.
We'll have your dad talk to the health department about that.
Please.
So yeah, was that your first time on an airplane when you went?
I think it was my fourth. I would say fourth. It's been a long time since
Yeah, it's been a while since everybody's traveled. And I have a question for you. Is there a dive that you're working on for your next competition, or are you working on perfecting these two dives?
I'm working on my reverse, it's technically like an inward flip. It's reversed, and like you go forward, but you do a backflip into the pool.
And are you facing out into the pool, or you've got your back to the pool?
You're facing the pool.
You're facing the pool, and then you jump out and you do a backflip?
Yeah.
Wow. So how do you practice that? How do you get up enough nerve to try it the first time? Do you practice on a trampoline, or you just kind of goof around in the pool?
The first time I did it was at CS&T, and I saw my other friend do it, and he's one of my best friends. So I was like, I'm not gonna let him stand me up like this. And so I just went for it, and in my mind I was like, okay, I'm doing this now. And then I realized I landed on my stomach. I'm like, I'm gonna try that one more time. That was close.
Belly flops, those hurt, right?
Well, you get used to it when you're a diver. But yeah, it does hurt a little bit.
So you just sort of watch someone do a dive, and then you figure out in your head how to get your body to do that as well?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So I think that your parents have very strong stomachs, because when I see my kids jumping off a boat or jumping off a pier and they're trying to do flips, I get so nervous. It's very difficult for me to keep my mouth closed. So it sounds like you got some supportive parents behind you too. You want to say hi to your mom or anybody, or your dad?
Hi, Dad, and hi, Mom, or which camera is facing me. And my sister who's in high school.
Is she still diving?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. So does she give you tips? Do you guys talk shop at the dinner table?
Mm-mm.
No, you keep it separate from your personal life?
Yeah. She usually is on her phone or laying down. Or just staring at the TV watching Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
But again, that is a different story.
You have a lot of stories. So is she proud of you? Does she look at that medal and say, wow, I inspired him and I'm really proud of my brother?
Yeah.
Is she competitive? Is she a little jealous?
No.
No. Oh, that's a good big sister. All right, Jack, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to talk to you about diving, and I wish you luck in your future endeavor. I hope that we hear your name sometime, maybe from the Olympics or maybe from somewhere else. But in the meantime, enjoy the Chelmsford Swim and Tennis Club and all of your activities in 6th grade.
Thank you.
We'll be back with our next guest after this break.
Show number 2, y'all ready? Glad to be here, Lord. Folks, nice to see you. Glad you made it. Open up, baby, hit the double ball, man, that's a knock in. I want everybody that could you join us on there, rocket. I'm gonna get your Bobby shoes on. Hold the jukebox, close the view. Have you heard the news? Everybody rock. Have you heard the news? Everybody rock tonight. I'm on the whole time, baby, time of the band. Like she knows about rockin' my band. You heard? Everybody rock tonight. Come on, sugar, you do the heart. Hey!
So on this show, we do like to focus on the people and places in Chelmsford, but tonight, this segment, our show is going to the dogs. With me tonight is Will Wagner from the Chelmsford Dog Association to talk about all the things that the association does for the dogs in our community as well as their people. Welcome to the show, Will.
Thank you very much.
So it's nice to have you here. I like your t-shirt. Chelmsford Dog Park looks like a very fun place. There's like a dog party going on under there.
Absolutely, yes. The park is a regular party for the dogs.
So tell us a little bit about the Chelmsford Dog Association. I understand it's a volunteer organization, so you are a volunteer.
So the Dog Association was started by Vivian and Eric Merrill. Eric Merrill used to be the ACO for the town in 2009. And we formed a board and we're working to get the park built for 7 years. It finally opened in 2016, and Vivian and Eric resigned from the board of the association to take over the town committee that maintains the park as well. And I took over as president of the association board. And so the Chelmsford Dog Association is a group that has two purposes. First is it maintains the dog park, so the town doesn't allocate any of the tax budget to the park. It's all through volunteers and donations. So everyone at the park has a chance to donate, either by dropping money into the box, using our Venmo, our website, or whatever, and that helps us maintain the park. We use that money to maintain the park. And the flip side of what the association does is it also supports and educates local dog owners. And we do that by having seminars on areas of interest for dog owners: dog body language, caring for senior pets, information about, excuse me, about service dogs and other stuff like that.
That's great, because it's one thing to own a pet and it's another thing to really understand what you're getting into and things that you can do with your pet. So we have a picture of you and your dog, because we have to show that you are a true dog lover. We have a picture of you and Violet, and I understand that condolences are in order that you lost Violet in July. I'm very sorry to hear that, but you have some good news.
Yes, excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, Violet passed in July, unfortunately, after 13 and a half years. And I apologize.
That's okay.
Yesterday, we just picked up a new rescue pet.
Oh, that's great.
So,
Named Maisie, and
Yep.
Maisie hasn't ventured to the park yet, but I'm sure she
no,
will.
she has to spend about 2 weeks with us before she's introduced to the wider world to make sure she's bonded with us and she's comfortable.
Okay, so you are a dog lover, and I have to give equal time to my dog because I am also a dog lover. So we have a picture of my dog Nugget. He is inappropriately named because you can see he's quite larger than a nugget, but he is a great dog, and we just love him. So I had to give him equal time, and so it's really great that there is a dog association here and that there's a dog park for the dogs. But so tell us about, there's some events coming up for dogs and the dog owners.
So on October 2nd, we're having a work party. About 4 times a year, we get together for about 4 hours on a Saturday or Sunday and gather as many people as can come down and help to do bigger tasks that take longer than a single person has time for. And I just want to give a shout out to our volunteers who work throughout the year to keep the park clean, clean up the trash, and restock all of the barrels and the poop bag dispensers and other things. So that's an ongoing task, mow the lawn and things like that. But 4 times a year we have a work party where we do bigger things that need to get done, that need 4 or 5 people to do things, and we pile them up and do them at that time.
That's good. So there'll be a one day to focus on that.
That's October 2nd from 8 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
And
And
then-
that is to prepare for your next event,
is.
which is
Halloween.
Halloween. That sounds like a lot of fun. So
It is. We've been doing that, I think, for 14 years now. And we took a brief break for COVID, but we're back as of last year. And so this year we'll be doing it again on October 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And there's a there's a costume contest.
There is.
And
There's
is that for me as an owner or for my pup?
both. We have dog costumes, but one of the entries is for dog and owner combination costumes.
Oh.
So sometimes the owners dress up along with the dogs, and it's always a fun time. We have vendors who are coming down, rescue organizations who will set up. If anyone's interested in dogs, just come on down.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. And is the park open all year? Can I go when it's snowing?
Park is open year-round, although we do close after snowstorms to give the town a chance to plow the lot without it having driven over.
Okay, great. So what I think is really fun about this park is that there is a live dog cam.
Absolutely. I am so happy that Chelmsford TeleMedia was able to work with the town and get the dog cam up. They've had a cam up at Hart Pond for a while, and I kept asking Pete, when are you going to have a chance to put one up for the park? So just about a month or two ago, we got it live, and so it's on the TeleMedia website. Also on the Chelmsford Dog Association website, we have a tie to the feed.
Oh, that's great. Because I know sometimes it's no fun. I show up at the dog park and there's no one else there, and it's just me and Nugget kind of waiting. And it'd be fun to be at home and just click on and see if, oh look, there's a couple of big dogs there. Let me run out and.
It's great to see how busy the park is, whether it's worth going down. If your dog likes to play with other dogs. It's also just a really relaxing thing to do. I keep it up on one of my monitors during the day while I work.
Oh, and then Maisie can check out when her friends are coming.
Exactly,
and she
yeah.
lets you know. So let's take a look at the live cam and see if there's anything fun happening at the dog park. Wow. Oh, I see a big black dog. Wow. Up. See that big white bundle of fur in the middle? That's Nugget. He's there with my husband, Larry. Hi, Nugget. I hope you're having fun at the dog park. Oh, that is a big space for the dogs to run around.
Yeah, the town allocated 2 acres. So we use the majority of that for the park and a little bit for the parking lot.
Oh, that's great. And many thank you to the Chelmsford Dog Association for keeping up that park and making it a good place.
Thank you to the town for working with us to get the park built, because it is a great resource for all the dog owners in the town.
Great. All right, well, thanks so much for joining us tonight, Will. It was great to have you.
Thank you very much.
Next time we'll bring our pups and we'll have a little talk show with the dogs.
Absolutely.
All right, so maybe I'll see you at the Halloween event on
Yep.
October 15th.
And just one last request, we always need volunteers. If anyone's interested, contact me via the website.
Will do. And that's our show for tonight. I want to thank my camera crew, Karen and Dee. Thanks for being here. And of course, thanks to Pete Pedulla up in the control booth. And I just want to remind everybody, please, please, please head out to the health fair on October 1st on the town common. It's going to be a great event. You'll learn about all these vendors in our town that are out there to help you feel and be your best. And also don't forget about bringing your donation to the Chelmsford Food Pantry. And we will see you next time. Thank you for joining me on Chelmsford Tonight. Good night, everybody.